Should be good to go. Go ahead, Bill.
Good morning, everybody. As of today, I think I have 8 clubs left to visit.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been a little busy, and stuff keeps popping up this week. I would have had a couple more days, except I had a double funeral to go to on Tuesday. Took all day, 2 different services in the same town, fortunately. And yesterday we had a wonderful. I haven't heard a number yet. But we had a wonderful, successful flood fundraiser in La Crosse for the flooded areas. When I left at 6, our goal was 150,000, and when I left at 6, they were already 118,000. So I'm sure they at least made the goal, and we'll see how far over it they went. So that was it's been a good week, even though it wasn't filled with just club visits, but. So I'll be catching up this weekend. Good coordination with assistant governors, and I have been nothing other than that really noteworthy about this week's visits, but some good clubs, and happy to be closing in on that goal. Although my goal is actually, if I can, to visit them all twice. But obviously, I don't have to worry about carrying as much hardware, software, and speed else with me the second time around. One Rotary Summit topic. Somebody is.
I'm gonna hang on one sec. I'm gonna mute everybody, and then I'll mute you. I can't find you on the list, Bill.
Could
Hang
be
on.
Rotary 6250.
Okay, I got you now.
Can you still hear me? Everybody.
Go ahead. You're good to go.
All right. One Rotary Summit. Martha can probably speak a little bit to that in a minute, but I have just emailed all of you the mock-up of the registration page, which should be up. I don't know if it's going to be today or Monday. And that will be cause, and I would ask all of you to please make a round of calls, make sure that your presidents all know that that's now open. It's very quick for a couple of groups, but 3 weeks out. But we need head counts, remember, because we're going to have some food at these things. So please get on them and make sure that they get on their clubs so that by the end of next week, hopefully we have a pretty good indication of registration. This is extremely urgent. I hope that they treat it as such. And that's really all I have this morning.
Hey, Bill, this is Heather. That will be live on Monday or over the weekend.
Okay.
I have just a couple more registration parts to set up, but the page itself is done. So maybe even by the end of today. I'm working on it right now.
God love you. Looks great, and you all can look at it at least and see the schedule and basic functions and whatnot. So thanks, Heather. Over to you, Edwin.
Okay, Martha, is there anything you want to add to that or no?
Yes, just real briefly, I sent out an email yesterday to the AGs with some promotional templates that they can use to send to the clubs or to individual Rotarians. There's a copy of the poster. There's a couple of email blast templates they can do. The only thing that they need to do, though, is because we have so many different locations, I didn't go in and fill out the place and time for their area. So it's a readable, or they can go in and modify the document with exactly the date and time and location, contact information on the template, and then send it out. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Also going to be looking to have a little bit of help during the meetings as far as facilitation. In that email, I also said that I'd get back out to people probably by the end of next week with some information on what kind of help we'd need and some of the questions that we would be looking at facilitating during the session. So biggest thing, thanks everybody for their patience. It's been a little bit of a learning curve. If they have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me and we'll get those questions answered. But I think it's coming together pretty good now. We're kind of on a roll and it looks like it'll be a good session. We'll be looking to, if public image or membership or anybody from foundation is planning to attend any of those meetings, I'm going to try and reach out to them also, because there is about a 5-minute section on each of those areas that if those people are going to be at the meetings, I'll let them run with it as opposed to me or somebody else talking about those areas. So if they're on this call and can reach out to me to let me know what session they're attending, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'll be reaching out to them also.
Okay, thanks, Martha. Mark, Emily, you're unmuted, so go ahead.
All right. So this is Mark. Kaylin was going to join us, but she had something come up, so she's not available. She's my co-chair for district membership. We're going to start by introducing Emily, who's our regional membership officer, and I believe she's working from Madison, but supporting things in Evanston. So go ahead, Emily, give a quick introduction of what you do.
Sure. Thank you, Mark. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me on your call this morning. As Mark said, I am the Regional Membership Officer at Rotary International, and I am one of a few remote positions at RI. This position was actually created this past spring, and they are working on expanding the whole Regional Membership Officer team to have more officers out in the field to offer more support to the districts and clubs directly. So lucky for me, the Midwest was one of the first positions created. So my husband and I are living in Madison. I'm originally from Wisconsin, and I am working with clubs and districts in the entire upper Midwest, part of Ontario, Canada, and Texas as well. So it's a pretty big area, and I feel really lucky to be here in 6250, and I've been able to visit quite a few clubs already. I've been able to meet some of you, which is great, and I look forward to meeting the rest of you as we go along. And one of the goals of this role is to do club visits. So I try to visit 2 clubs per week. Sometimes that's more like 1 club. If there are clubs in particular that you know need some extra support or could benefit from, a membership talk or something like that, feel free to let me know. Basically, we can help with membership attraction and engagement strategies, all of our membership resources, reports, all things like that. And I'm here to support all of you and all the hard work you're doing as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
All right. Thanks, Emily. So, we only got a few minutes, so I'll just talk really quick. Kaylin and I, we've looked at our goals for the year and perhaps the next year. As far as our goals, that we'd really like back over 3,000 people. We'd like to improve retention by 10%. We are committed to going to all the Rotary One events. So Kaylin and I are still comparing schedules to see how we're going to divide and conquer and get to all of those. In addition to the Rotary One events and the district events and pets, we'd like to get probably another total of all of those, about 20 different visits around the state. So we would love to go to some clubs also to talk about membership. So if you know a particular club that would be interested, please direct them to us. We've had several meetings. With actually Bill Pritchard he's also supporting membership from 3 different for the 3 districts that he's involved with. So he gave us some really neat analysis he'd done on club health, both on retention and recruitment. So we're looking at that, which we'll share soon. One of the things we wanted to do is we're going to be sharing the information with club membership chairs and try to spare the club presidents from being bombarded with some additional information. Bill Hull has sent me a note yesterday saying that he almost has the list updated of who the actual chairs are. So that'll get out soon. The one thing that Kaylin was going to talk about is she does have 3 or 4 people identified who we're going to bring into a committee for membership for the district. We intend to get that started after the Rotary One meetings are done. And next year, I become our membership chair. I will, and then John Locke is going to become the co-chair. And I will, I'll still be on the committee dealing with the membership leads that come through. And another goal of ours is to, at club level, try to increase the experience and usage of the membership leads program on my Rotary. I think I hit everything I wanted to hit in the quick few minutes here. If there's any time remaining, one thing that we wanted to ask is AGs, if you have any specific needs or clubs that you'd like us to address, anything you want to talk about, this would be a good time. Otherwise, we'll pick it up at the Rotary One meetings.
I just unmuted everybody. If you do have a quick question for Mark, go ahead.
Hi, this is Rebecca Vanderloop. So the Waupun Club in my area could probably use some membership support. I had visited yesterday and have a few questions.
Okay. If you want to, if you could send me an email at mbroses@sehinc.com. We can get a discussion going.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, I'm going to mute everyone again, and then I'll go through my section fairly rapidly. So first of all, the last month we talked about youth exchange, and I sent out that little what we call the Heineken promotion. If you get a new youth position in one of your clubs, I'd send you a case of Heineken. Whoever, I'll take your word for it. Whoever got someone, pop me an email, and we'll take care of that. And I think I've talked to Jan since, and we can extend that promotion for another month. So I guess just keep beating the bushes. We had a new one in Fort Atkinson, and that, because of all the discussion in town about it, now we've got 2 kids that all of a sudden want to go overseas next year. So it's one of those things, just like membership, top of mind, and people think about it, and all of a sudden things start to happen. I don't believe anyone's on, I'll unmute right now, but I don't believe anybody's on the call from Public Image. Anybody there from Public Image? Dwight, you want a minute for foundation? Hang on, it's not. Dwight, can you hear me?
There we go. Sorry, I had you muted on my phone too. District grant process is being wrapped up. We had a couple of projects that changed dramatically and weren't feasible any longer for those clubs, so we've had to substitute some. Last of the checks will be going out later this month. So once that is all completed and we know that those projects are going forward, we'll send a list of all the grants out. We'll be posting something on the website as well and doing some communication around that. The other item I wanted to mention to the AGs is that November is Foundation Month. I'll be working on some ideas you can share with clubs, but just wanted to get that on your radar screen and to prompt your clubs to think about having some kind of presence for the foundation during the club meeting in November. That's all I've got unless people have questions.
Okay, thank you, Dwight. District planning, I sent that PowerPoint out again just to everyone. There's a few ideas in there now. I know Rotaract, the Rotaract committee, the Friendship Exchange Committee have put in their plans or goals and actions already, just to give you somewhat of a feel for what we're looking for. We're looking for that from each AG group. So just nothing complicated, just a bunch of bullet points about really what you'd like to accomplish for your AG group in the coming couple of years. If you're in the last year of your term, you know, that's not so logical. You want to have your successor work with you on that. but something that speaks to you, and it doesn't need, we don't need every AG to be doing the same thing. It's somewhat of an individual position. You got to do what you're passionate about, and as long as it improves the district, that's a major plus. So if you have any questions about that, let Sue or I know. Sue and I are working very closely on the strategic planning and the district planning. We're hoping to get everything together by the end of October. We've got a board meeting and an advisory meeting in November. I can't remember the date, but at that time, hopefully we'll be talking about it. And then we can ramp that right into district team training, pets, et cetera, into 2019.
Right.
I just want to confirm if I think I'm going to unmute everybody, or maybe you already are. Did anybody not get, I sent out about a month ago all the president-elect books. Did any AG not get that packet from me? Good. Inside that was a request for a video. At Pets this year, they're going to do short 15-second video segments of Rotarians basically saying, hi, my name is such and such. I'm a dog groomer, and I'm a Rotarian type thing. I just need one of those from each AG. If you could just do that on your smartphone and email it to me, then I'll get that on the big screen at Pets. Gail Lunder has gone above and beyond and is already she's already sent me 2, and she's doing 2 more. So that's great. The more the merrier. And then I wanted to, the RFE, the Rotary Friendship Exchange Committee, Mark Moody and Dave Clemens and Mark Ettram, we sent out a note about their trip to Australia and to India, and they are closing those trips next week, Tuesday. So they're basically, they've got one or 2 more spots in each trip. It's going no matter what, but they're extending that trip to AGs and committee chairs if you're interested. So contact one of them. Let them know if you want to go, because they're closing the trips on Tuesday. Any questions on any of that? If not, I'll pass it on to you, Sue.
I'm actually on the phone, so hopefully that's working. I can't figure out my computer and how to turn the microphone on. So with that, AGs, we see Michael Kloss is on the call, and I'd like to welcome him to the group. He is going to be the new AG for Group 1. He will be following Karen, so welcome. In Group 6, Linda's group, Carol Herman from Lodi Club will be the new AG July 1st following Linda. In regards to Group 10, Cheryl's group, she's given a list, and one particular individual she has highlighted, which was Sherry Hillebon, and she's from the Richmond County. Okay, and sorry, and she, I've talked to her, and she's reviewing the information at this point, and then we'd go forward, and probably Edwin and myself will touch base with her. And then in regards to Dave's group 12, he's provided a list of individuals at this point, and we haven't contacted or identified a lead candidate there. So with those 4, we will be complete for the new AGs class, I guess you'd call it, starting next July. District conference for 2021, Heather and I have gone to the Marriott West, which probably will be the location, and it will be April 23rd, 24th, and 25th of 2021. I sort of touched base with a few folks to make sure there's nothing big going on that I missed, but right now the whole facility is open to us, and so that will at this point be the location for 2021. And the last thing, I guess back to the action planning, I guess one action for each of the committees that would be very beneficial moving forward is an action item of making sure that information is sent to the District 6250 so our website can maintain new and fresh material. So with each change of the year and probably maybe one look 6 months in is like the membership, the interact, is the information current and actionable for all the clubs to view. So those are my 3 items that I had. Oh, the leadership calendar after, I'll probably send out the update in November with the new AGs that are coming on July 1st identified in that particular roster. I really didn't want to bombard people each time there's a change. So probably right after the November 10th executive meeting, if there's any changes or additions at that point in time, I will send out the leadership roster.
All righty. Thank you, Sue. Heather, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. I just made one Rotary Summit live on the website. I finished up those couple things. So I still have to go back and check all the dates on that. But if you refresh the link that Bill sent this morning, all the registration, when you hit the registration now, it will go to the appropriate registration spot for each one of those individuals. So later this afternoon, I'll get it all in the, you can see it now from the district calendar, but I'll get it on the homepage as well. And then Martha, if you could send me what you sent to AGs on the marketing so I can maybe put some of that in our marketing that we would be sending out, that would be great. Are you still on?
Yes, I am. I will get that to you this morning.
All right, thanks so much. And then I guess the last thing, so district dues will start to go out beginning probably next Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you have any questions that come to AGs, please send them our way. Thank you.
Thanks, Heather. All right, we've still got 7 minutes. Any questions from anyone about anything or any comments, anything you want to say? It's all yours. Everyone's unmuted.
This is Linda. I just want to confirm, I thought it was one Rotary Summit, like one world, and I keep seeing Rotary One. Could somebody please verify which name it is?
One Rotary Summit.
One Rotary Summit.
It's one Rotary Summit. I did change it on what I had after you sent that email to the reverse. So I fixed it on the website.
Thank you.
This is Cheryl. I got to get going. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
See ya. Anyone else have anything? If not, we'll wrap it up early. Thanks, everybody, for joining us.